If you've ever thought of re-gripping your golf clubs, it's a lot easier than you think. I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. Specifically, I use the Champ Key grips from Amazon. I really wanted to try the mid-size grips. This was just under 60 bucks for that. Comes with the whole kit, so all the grips you need and all the things that you need. So it comes with a clamp for a vice grip. It comes with this cutter, which is this like circular whatever shape. Makes it a lot easier to cut through them. Comes with your solvent. Obviously comes with all of the grips and the double-sided tape that you need. I'll explain how to do all of this, and I'll have the link in the description. Let's get to it. The first thing we need to do is get the club in a vise. It comes with that little cushion around it, pretty self-explanatory. The next thing is we want to take the specific knife that they give us. It's hooked at the end, which makes it really nice. Of course, this one is the slowest one that I cut of all of the clubs, but that's what happens when you do it for the camera. I'm also trying to cut at an angle and cut pretty deep just to really make sure that I don't scratch the club, but it's not a big deal. After you've cut through it, you'll just peel it away. Obviously nothing much to that. It's going to be a little bit sticky, but not too bad. After you peel it off, obviously I just chuck it away, and that's pretty satisfying. If you haven't changed your grips in a while, like mine, the tape you can really just peel off as you squeeze it with your hands, and it'll come right off. It's kind of boring, so I sped this up for you. You just need to make sure that all the tape gets off. The next step is to use the double-sided tape that comes in the package. It has a blue cover, as you can tell. You pull that off. Now you want to put this about a 1/4 inch past the end of it, and you'll see that in a second. So now we'll just press that down, and then as you put it around, I found it works best if you put one side down, take the cover off, and then put the other side. But for this one, I put both sides down and then took the cover off. And you'll notice afterwards, after I remove the seal on the one side, you have to redo it up underneath. That's why I think it works better to do just one side at a time. So for me, after this one, like I said, you'll need to fix the part at the bottom. And now at the end, with that 1/4 inch, you're just going to kind of twist it and push it in, basically make a little bit of a plug. Next step is you're going to need a bucket or something to put underneath. I'm going to line it up, and my club is at a bit of an angle on the vise, so that fluid will run off and get into the bucket, because you can reuse it if you want. So I'm going to put a decent amount of fluid in here, probably 2 or 3 squeezes. You can always add more and recycle it from the bucket later. Just didn't want to do that, so I was being a little bit stingy, but you'll see that it goes on a little bit stiff, so the more liquid you can, the better. I plugged the bottom of it, swish it around, and then undo the top finger, and then the water will flow through, or the solution. Now you notice it didn't get all the way down, so I added a little bit at the bottom there. Now we should get it lined up. It goes on pretty easily. You could stretch it over the end piece. And the key here is once you start, don't stop. So you notice I stop right there to re-grip, and then it gets a little harder. So you want to do that in one fluid motion. Ideally, you do it with both hands, but for the camera angle, I was able to just do it with one. Now you've got about 30 seconds here to line it up. So you can come back, just make sure it's lined up. Now here I'm using a second grip to make sure that it's the right length, that I didn't overstretch it or understretch it. And then again, it's kind of some final adjustments. And after that, you're good to go. Let the club sit for about an hour or so, and then you're ready to go play.